Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining in for the first time, this is not a political poll, it's a spiritual poll. Every Sunday, a group of us come together and we honor our place on the web of creation. And if we think about that we have a place in creating our worlds, it seems like there should be so much to do. And this week, when I was in that quiet space, I heard the title of this video, The Intelligence of Boredom. And I thought, that needs to be explored a little bit more. The intelligence of boredom. We get the intelligence of silence. We get the intelligence of vibrating on the web of creation. And coming from a Midwestern background, what they call the Protestant work ethic, boredom is not something that is to be tolerated. What do they say? Idle hands lead to something. Anyway, boredom. No, it's no good. Well, let's see what the cards have to say about that. Because as we shift from, let's say, a 3D experience into 4, 5 higher dimensionalities, if that's even a word, then we will lose this need to do and just be. And there seems to be a challenge, especially for me, although I am letting go of that more and more, of I need to do something all the time. So let's see what the cards have to say about the intelligence of boredom. So the first card that I got, I'm using my True Black deck. Only my True Black deck. So the first card I got was the Moon. And this card is really interesting because it shows this ominous hand pointing at us. And you go, ooh, boredom. And it's got, maybe it's the finger of God wagging at you. Boredom, no. But this card is saying, use your intuition. Pay attention to what the Spirit is saying. And then when you look at this card a little bit deeper, you see the woman, she's pointing down at something. And that finger is the same finger that is so ominously pointed at us. And what this card suggests, what she suggests, what was once a foreboding presence is now a manifestation of her power. Ooh, ooh. The intelligence of boredom. What we think is one thing, foreboding, scary, is a manifestation of power. Wow. And we got a little bonus card. Little. By little, I say the little King of Wands. Wow. bringing people together, more manifestation. Bringing people together, manifestation, new ideas. So far, boredom is quite busy. Let's go to the second row. We get a couple of fishes out of water. So the Two of Cups. I look at this image. I see the broken arrow. So what does that mean? What does that mean? And these interpretations, I mean, use your own interpretations for what a broken arrow is. What does it mean to have two fish in a cup of water, but they're out of the water? So we think we have a promise to do something. If we break that arrow and we become fish out of water, it's like, ooh, this is scary. But there's a community of fish out of water, especially with the Two of Cups. There's a commonality. There's friendship out there. And I'm talking about you all out there in YouTube land. All of us being fish out of the water. Ha. The next card we get is the Queen of Pentacles. Another little card. This is a woman who knows abundance, wealth, and yet in this card she brings together both a snake and a bird. Interesting. Both a snake and a bird. And in that there's something with the snake and a bird. There's both of those animals bring kind of a distrust, a fear with them. You know, you think of the movie The Birds, no, 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 no. And you think of snakes and people go, ooh. But until you have one, and until you can see how those animals behave, they're obviously fascinating. And that's what this woman brings. So we have this ominous moon card. We have these two representatives of misunderstanding. We have fish out of water. We have the calm king that is bringing forth information, bringing everything together. And we have the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is a fast-moving knight. And look what he's done to that. It looks like it's a contract. A book. All these papers. He sliced and diced them. That's the to-do list. You don't need to do that anymore. Let it go. There's some intelligence in letting go of the to-do list. And I imagine that there is some intelligence to keeping part of that to-do list. We are, after all, living in the 3D world. We can't just slice and cut it up. But sometimes we replay things in our head over and over and over again. And it's the same to-do list. And it's like, man, my to-do list is a phone book thick. Well, these days a phone book doesn't really mean much. But you get it. You get the message. The next row. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Is this strength? It's the Six of Wands. Riding in as a winner. Riding in with strength. Cutting up that to-do list. Spending some time in boredom. In the intelligence. In the creative forces of boredom. And the next card we get is Judgment. And in Judgment, so this can go a couple of different ways for me. We're being judged because we cut up our to-do list, or we're being free. Because when we face judgment, whatever that is, it's a freedom that we now have. It's going to the higher realm where we are set free of the judgment. The intelligence of boredom. Pretty powerful card so far. And the very last card. Ooh. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. Coming forth with new information. Pages are young. They're excited. They jump into things. And if you see this, you see what she created with her wand. She opened up a little portal underneath her. And she's going to jump in. So I go back up to the Moon card. Where she's pointing at a portal to jump in. There's a lot more of the message in this intelligence of boredom. And it's very similar to the intelligence of silence, to meditation. It's similar to the it's being in that quiet space. It's when that little nagging voice says, you've got too much to do, you shouldn't meditate, you've got your to-do list. That's when you call on the King, the Knight of Swords. Need a little help here. Let's slice and dice that up. Really, what do I really need to do? Bring some of these two opposing forces together. Use that Queen of Pentacles energy. That judgment energy. Just free yourself. Maybe just put all that to-do list in a little box. As you jump into this portal of manifestation. Make sure you come back, of course. Get to do your to-do list. But there is something. I look at this card and I go, there is, it is a little uncomfortable being fish out of water. Being in that quiet. Sometimes it's so easy and other times it's so hard. The chatter. Jump into the portal. In the silence of the water. All right. Thank you guys for being with me on this Sunday with Spirit. Peace and love.